Bye. No more Greg. Howdy. Welcome on into the pre-show before the free show.
What it do, party people? It's your friend Greg, and that is my friend Ashley. I guess she can be your friend too. You guys had a meeting yesterday with the Texan Live folks for Dave Campbell's Texan Live.
As a party.
For the DFW. Okay, a party. It was a pizza party.
It was a pizza party.
Do you need to explain to the people the tragedy that you experienced yesterday?
I had tragedy?
I walked into the studio, and because we were recording some promos yesterday, I walked in the studio, and
oh yeah,
and I swear
Gosh,
I swear, like I walked in.
I was
being ready
2
to do
seconds away
promos.
from crying.
I walked in do promos, and she has this look on her face. I swear to you, and we have been working together for almost 5 years now, right?
No,
4 years, almost 4 years. And I swear this is the look of a woman who has seen a horrifying event.
Yeah.
Like a traumatized woman.
I was literally about to cry.
And so I go over and you have this look on your face, and it's like serious. Like I'm like, oh my God, like is your family okay?
Yeah.
That was my thought. I was like, because you're like, huh? And do you want to tell people why you look so traumatized?
Yeah, I mean, I guess you start playing sad music in the background.
And so we've come to the end of the road.
That's fair. So we had our inaugural Dave Campbell's Texan Live DFW branch kickoff party. It's about 3 o'clock. I look over at the head of our DFW branch, which is Mallory Hartley, the boss lady herself, and I was like, "Hey, boss, have you ordered the pizza yet?"
Yeah, because you guys were getting pizza for all of the
all
broadcasters, all the people who were coming to the meeting.
Yeah, because we were gonna have pizza and hang out and some good hearty fellowship, and then we were gonna go through just a little PowerPoint presentation, and then we showed them all how to work the system. So everything was going according to plan. We were starting to get really excited about it. I look at Mallory and I'm like, "Hey, we have to put the order in for the pizza." So that gives us enough time because we're ordering quite a bit of pizza. She says, "Okay." And so she's still busy doing stuff, and I was like, "All right, I'm going to go on and at least get a menu ready so then we can just call it in and it'll be good to go." So, of course, we go to one of our favorite local pizza establishments. Alfredo's. We've told you about Alfredo's before. I have been overly hyped about Alfredo's for so long throughout the watch-along.
Alfredo's has been the go-to place whenever we need pizza. It's whenever we need the watch-along.
Yeah, watch-alongs when we were game monitoring. Yeah. Sometimes Adam bought us some. Like, he was like, "What's that pizza place you love?" And so every time, it was very well known in the office.
He's always like, Fernando's.
Yeah. If we were getting pizza, I put my foot down that we were absolutely getting Alfredo's. So I am so stinking excited because it has been a hot minute since I've had Alfredo's. So I have been, like, looking forward to this event for the broadcasters. But I'm not going to lie. Big part of looking forward to it was because of Alfredo's.
Right.
I go to Google and I type in Alfredo's because their website's a little hard to find, which is how you know it's good because it's very authentic, like old school and stuff.
They have a GeoCities website, basically.
Correct. And I get to Google, and I'm so excited. And there is a red line across the picture of Alfredo's that says closed permanently. And my heart sunk. I have so many good memories with Alfredo's, work and personally, and I had no idea that Alfredo's has gone to be with Jesus. And I'm getting emotional talking about it now. So, R.I.P. to our pizza lord and savior of Alfredo's here in Lewisville, Texas. You will be missed dearly.
Alfredo went to go be with Pizza Jesus.
Gone far too soon.
Pizza Jesus. You know what? Pizza Heaven got a new angel yesterday.
I got emotional again when I saw the pizza coming into the office because it was very good pizza, but it was
just
not
like another. And to be clear, like you didn't do like big chain pizza. You still got like it was still like a local place.
Yeah, still a local place. We like to support local around here when it comes to this kind of stuff, and It'll never be the
I
same.
want you.
I'm vetoing watch-alongs for the remainder of forever, out of respect for Alfredo.
Okay, well, I'm gonna override your veto. That's
That's
but
fine. I'll
I'm,
just be in a very bad mood.
I'm really sorry for your loss.
I-
Really and truly, because
I really am.
Alfredo's is very good. Now, hold on.
No, incorrect.
I do think you've romanticized it a little bit.
I have personal ties to Alfredo's.
There's personal ties. There's like you have really strong feels towards it.
Yeah, I do.
And so but I understand that we all have our places. That
Yeah.
like if the place that my wife and I went on our first date closed down,
yeah,
it's not,
And
that's not the best
what-
place in the world. Like their food is fine.
Yeah.
But like it would be tough.
Yeah,
And so,
early on in my boyfriend and I's relationship, he surprised me with an Alfredo's pizza at one point, and that's when I knew. I was like, he's a keeper. Now that is gone, and love is dead, and I've got to break the news to him, and it's just an ongoing episode of sadness.
I want to let you know that I am praying for you in this difficult time.
Thank you. My heart is hurting. Send some thoughts and pizza prayers for everyone who was affected by this tragedy.
T's and P's, thoughts and pizzas.
Thank you.
Hit the theme expo. Pickle! Hit the air sign. Yes, y'all. From the Dave Campbell's Texas Football Mothership here in beautiful.
What is up with you and the finger guns?
Texas Football Today, a show online that is just excited about football season. I'm sorry for being excited about football season. I'm sorry, Pickle. My name's Greg
You should
Tepper.
say that more often.
My name is Greg Tepper. I'm the managing editor of Dave Campbell's Texas Football Magazine, TexasFootball.com, a corresponding website. Thank you for spending part of your day with us. Whether you're watching us live, TexasFootball.com, Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, Twitter, all the places, or you listen to us on the podcast, which you can subscribe to on the podcast vendor of your choice. Either way, thank you for doing your part. Support your local mediocre internet show. Sitting over there at the helm today, making us sound good. She is the Duchess of the Dorks, Miss 305, Miss TFT. She's Ashley Pickle.
I told you I was fine with Miss TFT. Gosh darn it!
Up, on record, on wax.
Your finger guns have
On
completely
wax.
ruined my train of thought.
On
I'm still
wax.
mourning Alfredo's. It's a rough day around here. Hi, friends.
Today is Friday, August 18th, 2023. 97 days until Thanksgiving.
Wow.
Happy birthday to Braylon, episode 1633. On today's show, folks, back half of the show, it's Help Honda Mailbag Friday, and I want to get out in front of this. Okay, we're gonna be hearing in a moment from Everman coach Michael Boone. Hear about the E-Block. He's interviewed by an alum. I wonder which alum it is, but we'll hear from him. However, this is going to be the last Helpful Honda Mailbag Friday in its current form. Starting next week, we are going to start soliciting questions from you starting on Wednesday's show. Wednesday and Thursday, we want to get your questions up until about noon on Thursday. And then we're going to take those questions, pick out the 3 to 5 best ones, and answer them on Help Honda Mailbag Friday. So it'll no longer be starting after this week. It's no longer going to be just in the comments. It's going to be pre-submitted questions. So we'll get into that. But this will, for now, get your questions in Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch about high school football, college football, recruiting, lifestyle, romance, travel, anything you got. We'll answer them coming up here at the back half of the program. Do we have first 4 through the door?
We sure do. It was Salty Vet, Matt Stepp, Tony
Salty Vet's a Corpus Christi guy.
Yes, which would it tracks. Matt Stepp, Tony Blaylock, and Daniel Agnew. Welcome in, fellas.
Welcome in, friends. We appreciate you spending a little bit of your day with us. Pickle, do you know what today is?
August 18th.
It's our last Friday of freedom.
Correct.
We are going to be busy. My wife and I are we're going to the Ranger game tonight as
nice.
a last date night.
You
I've been on a heater.
I was just going to say, would you quit dragging your wife to the baseball game for every single date night? Why does she keep agreeing to this?
She likes baseball.
Okay, that's fair.
I'm
just making sure she's not being like
it's
forced
indoors.
against
Like it's
her.
a lot easier
Yeah.
to sell now that it's indoors because
That's
we
true.
used to go to a million Ranger games, and she would just be like, okay, I'll go. But now that's indoors, and also
Nice.
it's just fun. So, but tonight is like all of us have to do like date night tonight. Like we all have to like maintain our relationships tonight because it's the last Friday night. Because until we will, the next time there is not a Texas high school football game on a Friday night will be December 22nd.
Wow.
Yeah. So we're about to enter the fun times
here.
It is very much. Now, I do want to point this out because our friends at at LSCSN, let me see if I can find it. Yeah, it's at Team LSCSN, our friends at the Lone Star Christian Sports Network. They point out that there are 2 Texas high school football games tonight.
Oh?
Did you know this?
No.
San Antonio Cornerstone is hosting a team from Mexico. And Conroe Northside Lions, a homeschool team, they are playing. They are crossing over into Louisiana to take on a team from Baton Rouge. So there are 2 Texas high school football games tonight, but that feels very week 0. You know what I mean? It's like
that seems like Matt Stepp will somehow find a Facebook stream of those
San
games
Antonio
to
Cornerstone
watch.
versus Monterey Tech or something like that. Yeah, he might. Wouldn't surprise me. Anyway.
Well, good luck to those student athletes.
Happy last Friday of the off season, folks. We're almost there. While we were at the coaching school down there in Houston, THSEA Coaching School and Convention, we caught up, and by we I mean Matt Stepp, ran up to the head coach of his alma mater, the Everman Bulldogs, Coach
Hands in the air, screaming like a little schoolgirl.
Coach.
I'm Matt Stepp. I like Everman. That's exactly what he said.
To you. Here's Matt Stepp's conversation with the head man on the E Block, Michael Boone, here on Texas Football Today.
Matt Stepp, Dave Campbell's Texas Football, back here at the Texas High School Coaches Association and Convention. And I'm here with my favorite head coach in the state of Texas of my Everman Bulldogs, Coach Michael Boone. Coach, appreciate you taking a few minutes to chat with us.
Hey, thanks for having me.
Hey, it's always a pleasure to talk a little Bulldog football. And I thought, first off, we'll start with first year, last year, your first year as a head coach. I felt like, obviously, season. There's only one team that really ends the season happy and wins the state championship. But I thought overall, when you take a step back, successful first year for us as a program, going 9-3 overall. Obviously you evaluate yourself and you evaluate things that happen, but overall, were you pretty pleased with the performances in the seniors and how they bought in?
Yeah, it was overall a positive season, just like you said. You take if I look at it just as it ended, I'm never going to be happy if it ends that way. But from the things we did and the buy-in and the way we established, what we want to be our culture going forward, I'm really, really proud of what those guys did, what those seniors did. And that was the toughest group, because they only had those 8 months with me. It's all they had to really figure me out, kind of get to trust what I was doing, trust all the changes, and they did. They bought in and kind of led the rest of the group. So,
and obviously, Everman, we've been successful. We've had great runs and great years and state championships in the past. How did you find that balance of, these things have worked, so we're going to keep doing that, but also, putting your own spin and making it your program? And how did you find that balance, or did it take you a few weeks and a few games to find that balance?
No, I jumped straight in. I really did.
You're a feet first kind of guy, right?
I am a feet first kind of guy. Honestly, man, you pray about it. You do what's right for kids, and I think that as long as whatever you're doing it with kids first in mind, then it always works itself out, and people around you will see it too, that it's kids first in mind, and that was the case. That's what I talked to about the coaching staff, and the biggest thing was we were just willing to push them a whole lot more, push a whole lot harder, and again, they bought into it. They accepted the tough love, and we had some positive results.
And I think kids are kids, right? It doesn't matter that it's 2023 or when I was in school in 1998. I think kids want to know that you care about them as people, want to know that you love, and that they'll take the tough love if they know that there's love, that you love them, right? And so I feel like that's just kids being kids, right?
Yeah, that's our job. Our job is to hold out. Our job is to really, yes, we're going to be sharp on the X's and O's, and we're going to coach them up. But when they know that you're trying to build them up as a person, that you're really focused on who they are and what they are and where they can go, and you free them up to actually dream. You talk to them about, dreaming big and making things that they kind of maybe heard about or read about, or I like to tell them, think about that time when you're by yourself and that person you wished you could be but never thought you could be. When you give them permission to try to strive to be that person, then all the other things happen, man. You get from them what you expect.
And then when you do have to jump on them, that turns into a positive experience because they can learn from it instead of a negative experience, right? Because they're kids and they're going to mess up. You got to jump on them occasionally, right?
Yep, 90-10 rule. I try to teach the kids that 90-10. 90% of our interactions need to be positive, because there are some times when I'm going to have to tell you what you don't want to hear, and I'm going to have to say it in a way that you're not necessarily ready for me to say it. And if 90% of the time that we're around each other, it's always positive, it's always love, it's always encouragement, then that moment where you've made a mistake and I've got to address it doesn't seem personal.
Yeah.
We can address the deed and not the person, because that, myself, and not only myself, but everybody on the coaching staff, cares about the person, but we're not going to accept less than what you're capable of. And, again, our motto is, we're looking for excellence. We're expecting excellence. We're going to respect Everman. And so that's we're going to hold you to it.
Looking at the summer and the off season, I feel like it was a successful summer and off season. Made the state 7-on-7 tournament for the first time ever, and I thought the kids now. Is that something you feel like you can carry some momentum into? Practice starts here in a couple of weeks. July 31st is the first day of practice. Do you feel like that positive momentum can carry over into the season?
Yeah, the opportunity for the 7-on-7 and the Lineman Challenge.
Oh yeah, Lineman went to Abilene State, Hardin-Simmons State Challenge as well. Yeah, can't forget about those guys.
Right, for sure. What that does for me as a coach is allows me to just see the guys' personalities. And then, we lost some real firepower in the receiver corps, so there's some young guys being able to go to state 7-on-7 tournament and be around, the best in the state, and the pressure won't be any higher than that, so giving those guys a chance to make plays, make catches, defensive guys to make calls in those situations where, it's on them to make the calls, and we can just sit back and watch it, that definitely is going to translate, because they got experience that they don't have to wait until August to get.
All those reps are they could be quality reps, right? Reps are reps, right?
Yeah, right.
When you look at 2023 in the season, you mentioned the receiving corps is going to be a little young. What are some areas that there's some experience back coming in areas that you feel will be strengths for the ball club heading into the season?
Well, other than the receiving corps, we're pretty much coming back. Our quarterback's coming back for third season as a starter, and again, it's so nice. It's really a luxury to have a guy you can let do so much. I'm really excited about our running back situation. It is real good. Brooks is going to be pretty special there. Our offensive line
makes you feel old. I went to school with Brooks' dad. Makes you feel old.
Yeah. But the offensive line, we lost one senior in the program last year. So the offensive line will be back and be solid. Both defensive ends are coming back. We got to replace, a big-time guy at the defensive tackle position.
Yeah, he's a great player, yeah.
I'm really excited. We've got some young guys that, just have a motor, and have a desire to be, kind of the best at it, and they've shown it all summer long. They've been here every day, worked hard all summer long, put in some work. So really excited. Secondary-wise, those guys are all pretty much all returning. In the
a lot of experience there, yeah.
So we're excited. We have a great schedule. It's going to be really
It's a tough district, yeah. I mean, it's a very competitive. Is that one of those things where and the kids know the district is talented and a lot of good football, a lot of good coaches in the district, but is it one of those things where we got to focus on us? We can't really worry about everybody else. We got to take care of our business and let kind of the chips fall where they may?
That's the mindset no matter what. I mean, I guess if we felt like we were not in a competitive district, I would expect that would still be the mindset. It's moment by moment, day by day, week by week. It's really about us and what we do. Understanding that, there's 11 guys on the other side of the field and they're trying to do something to stop what you do. So we want to understand what they're trying to do, play recognition, that kind of thing. But it really is about us. It's about our executing on the level we want to execute. Again, putting in the work, and really we've done that part. So it's reaping the reward of the work. If I told the guys, ask yourself, if you only win the games you earn, and you never lose a game that you wasn't supposed to lose, how will your season go? And so and you just got to live with that.
Yeah.
If you've worked hard enough and you earn it, you deserve it. Won't be any shocker. It wasn't any shocker last year when we walked off the field victorious. It won't be a shocker this year as well.
Well, Coach, we'll let you get to it. It's a busy time here at coaching school. Season's about to start, so we appreciate it. And I know I'm not supposed to say this, but let's go Bulldogs in 2023.
For sure.
Thanks,
man.
Coach.
There is Michael Boone, head coach of the Everman Bulldogs, talking with our own Matt Stepp, also of the Everman Bulldogs, at the THSC Coaching School and Convention. We appreciate his time. We're excited to see what E-Block does in 2023. We are Texas Football Today. We're here every weekday at noon on TexasFootball.com, talking football in the Lone Star State. You can follow us on Twitter at TCTF, like us on Facebook, Facebook.com/Dave Campbell's. Follow us on Instagram, Instagram.com/Dave Campbell's. And, of course, see us at TexasFootball.com. Hope you'll go to TexasFootball.com/subscribe to become Dave Campbell's Texas Football subscriber. I want to tell you that we are also 1 week away from the premiere of Dave Campbell's Texas Football Tonight, a brand new, revolutionary Texas high school football game day experience, live, free on TexanLive.com, 7:30 to 10, whip-around coverage of the biggest games across the state. It is Red Zone for Texas high school football. It's in partnership with our friends at the University of North Texas. It's coming next Friday, 7:30, free, TexanLive.com, Dave Campbell's Texas Football Tonight. Be there or be some sort of rhombus. And now, a word from these goods and services.
Born and bred in Texas hits a little different, as it should. Texas loves doing business with fellow Texans. VCR Now takes its Texas roots as seriously as its many partnerships with schools and universities around the state. It's also why we're so proud to promote our brand in the pages of the Texas Bible, Dave Campbell's Texas Football, and on the airwaves of Texas Football Today. Driven by producing quality broadcast video, state-of-the-art audio, and LED video scoreboards at affordable prices, VCR Now makes sure to listen to your needs in its athletic department before recommending the next best steps. Building great products is our business, and it's our focus on building meaningful long-term partnerships with our clients that sets us apart. From our 24/7, 365-day help desk, the training lab in our hometown of Red Oak, or our sports marketing business plan that puts money back in the hands of our athletic departments we support, VCR Now is built to last. Reach out to us today at info@vcrnow.com or by calling 855-GO-VCR-NOW. Again, that's info@vcrnow.com or by calling 855-GO-VCR-NOW.
Now, Pickle, it's time for Helpful Honda Mailbag Friday.
The North Texas Honda dealers want to help you score on award-winning Hondas like the rugged and reliable 2023 Ridgeline. Stop by your Helpful Honda dealer today or visit ntxhondadealers.com to learn more. Boom.
So if you've got questions about high school football, college football, recruiting, lifestyle, romance, travel, anything you got, let us know in the comments. Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch. We will get to as many as we can up until the bottom of the hour. That's 12:30. That's
I was
TV
like,
talk.
there is no way.
TV talk for 12:30. Bottom because the clock goes down and stuff. Anyway, I had a interview yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
A friend of mine from a radio station texted and said, "Hey, could you hop on and talk for 5 minutes?" And I said, "Yeah, sure." And he wanted to ask me about two things. One of them he wanted to talk about was the new Melissa Stadium, which has kind of gone viral. Mm-hmm. And I think people are going crazy over it. I will tell you why it's remarkable to me, okay? And I'm only one man. Because this is just the newest giant Texas high school football, like, mega stadium, right? And it's gorgeous. I want to be here. I'm not knocking it. But, like, Allen was the first one. Prosper has one. McKinney has one. Salina has one. Like, I'm certainly forgetting 15 others, right? These giant mega stadiums that are being built. I think what makes Melissa's so remarkable is that the size of Melissa. Melissa has an enrollment of 1317, and they're building that stadium. Mm-hmm. That, to me, is what's amazing.
Yeah, I think I have chuckled because I think it is very apparent to me who the people that are freaking out about this are the people that only pay attention to football in the DFW. Mm-hmm. Because even like North Crowley's new stadium, it
beautiful.
It's gorgeous. I mean, absolutely gorgeous. But if you go down to Houston, there are and have been so many stadiums that look just like that built.
Legacy Stadium in Katy.
Legacy is huge. The new Cy Fair,
the Barry Center,
all of that. it's just funny because like Tomball has this new
Tomball's
unbelievable, and Tomball Stadium looks just like Crowley
The
Stadium.
one they built
and
in Hutto is incredible outside of Austin.
Yeah,
like,
so I just think that it's just very telling that everyone who's been like, oh my God, like it's almost a mirror copy. Like what the new stadiums look like in Houston is now what's moving into DFW.
and I think you're so right.
But I agree with it's because of the size. Those Houston ones have 6 teams playing in it.
multi-school stadiums.
Yeah.
What I think is so remarkable is to that point about facilities. Houston was first to these mega stadiums. Like Allen got a lot of traction, but like Houston was first to these mega stadiums. DFW was first to indoor facilities.
Yeah.
Everyone had an indoor. And now it kind of feels like they're trading.
Yes.
And it's like DFW is getting all these like they're getting the mega stadiums.
And Houston is now building a ton
lot
of
more
indoors.
indoors.
Which, yeah, makes sense. But you're exactly right, too, in the point that I think that the big thing up here is the fact that most of these programs that are building this is either a single school or like only 2 schools. All the ones that were built down in Houston had 6 or 7 schools. Like Cy-Fair has 13 schools going to it, you know.
Yeah, so it was so I talked about that.
It is gorgeous, though.
It is. I talked about that. The other thing I talked about is the heat. So, if you don't know what's going on, so the UIL has some new guidelines as far as heat is concerned. And what they do is they use something called a wet bulb globe temperature, okay?
Yep.
I can't explain it.
Science.
But what it is that it is a measurement, okay, that is not just heat, but also humidity, also cloud cover, also wind speed, also sun angle, all of these things, okay? It's a lot of things that it kind of spits out a number. It's kind of it kind of sounds like it's a formula that then, or like this machine comes up with, and when it gets over a certain point, the UIL is saying you need to stop play for X amount of time. It's like usually I think 45 minutes. So yes, it is 150,000 degrees outside, but like, for example, today in DFW, it's 111. It's going to get up to 111. It's going to be really hot. But also we have like no humidity. Where I'm really interested is down southeast. Down along the coast where it's going to be hot, hotter than all hell, but also humid. So do not be surprised if we have a number of games that have a delay, that like maybe they play the first half and they have like an extra long halftime to make up for that, something like that. So be mindful of that because the weather is going to be it's going to be bad next weekend. Like, I don't know if you guys have seen the forecast. It's going to be very hot. Shocking. But keep an eye on that. It's the wet bulb globe temperature. It's like a whole formula. That's what they're recommending using as far as it's concerned.
When Mallory and I were down in Houston a couple weeks ago, it was like 109, but the humidity was up at like 90%. And we were out on a practice field, and I was like, all right, I get it. I get why they are implementing this because we're standing here watching practice. I can't even imagine what it's like to have pads on going out there running drills right now.
Yes.
It was insane. The humidity is ridiculous.
So there you go. There is some news and notes. Do we have any questions from the people?
We sure do. Thoughts on Thursday's game at Cal Allen at Gregory Portland?
Oh, okay. So we're already getting into preview stuff. All right, cool. That's fine. You know, we can do whatever you want. Cal Allen and Gregory Portland's a really fascinating game because I think that it is a real litmus test for what's going on in the Coastal Bend. Cal Allen has long been the power there on the Coastal Bend, right? They've been the preeminent program. I think go and listen to Tep and Step, our premium Texas high school football podcast, now available for free in the Texas Football Today feed. Gregory Portland's my pick to win Region 4 and 5A Division 2. Gregory Portland is my pick to make it to a title game. I like Gregory Portland a lot. I like the cut of their jib. I also think Cal Allen's kind of in that typical Cal Allen fashion place where they graduate super heavy, but they always reload. This is I think it's a real good early measuring stick for both teams. I like Gregory Portland a lot. If they lose to Cal Allen, a pretty young Cal Allen team that is also smaller than them.
In week one,
admittedly.
That's telling.
I think that is going to be a real red flag for me. What I would like to see as somebody who has bought stock in Gregory Portland is I'd like to see them go out there and win resoundingly.
Yeah. Check the receipts from last year. I was hardcore on the Gregory Portland train last year, and then their quarterback got injured in the second week of the season. But even then, when they started to pick it up a little bit, I was like, this is a team that's probably, at this point, without their starting quarterback, a year early.
Yes.
We knew for a while now that this should be their year if they can stay healthy. Last year, I think they could have made a real big statement had he not gotten hurt, but he did.
I like Gregory Portland a lot. I'm in like with Gregory Portland. I like Cal Allen.
Yes.
Those can be switched depending on that first game. It's going to be really telling. It's a really intriguing first week 1 matchup. What's next, Mademoiselle Pickle?
Speaking of intriguing week 1 matchups, the Hitchcock Bulldogs versus the Refugio Bobcats.
Yeah. Right into it. These are teams that both have legit state championship aspirations. Refugio is our number 1 team in 2A Division 1. Hitchcock is our number 7 team in 3A Division 2. Or 3A Division 1 rather. Hitchcock, it's important to remember. It's important to remember that Refugio is punching up significantly here. Two divisions. 2 divisions. They're punching up. So Hitchcock should be the favorite in this game.
They also have, to be fair, they're not just punching up 2 divisions to a team that doesn't have anybody on it. They also have Lloyd Jones.
They're punching up to a top 10 team. You know? And I think this is a real nice measuring stick. I don't think the expectation should be for Refugio to win that game. I think there's a fair chance that you have an 0-1 team that's still number 1 in the rankings to after starting the year 0-1. So don't freak out. I'm already seeing how this works. I've been around this before. You people are going to go crazy when we still have Refugio at 0-1, like number 1.
When they lose by a touchdown to a top 10
to a top 10 team. Exactly right. But I think Hitchcock should win that game. I think that they are a certified state championship contender even within Region 3, which I think is very difficult because they're going to go through the 2-time defending champion Franklin, plus Lorena, plus Anahuac, plus
Hitchcock's
Columbus in their own district.
Hitchcock's a lot bigger on the lines.
That's
I
why
think
it's
that's
gonna be
really though. I think Refugio will hang with them, and then the fourth quarter will come down, and it's going to be hot.
Yeah,
the lines are going to get tired.
I agree. All right, what's next, Pickle?
Thoughts on Bernie at Flower Bluff?
We really are just going to do.
I'm so excited.
Game previews, huh? A week early. Bernie and Flower Bluff. No thoughts.
Flower Bluff was.
That's not true. I have thoughts.
I think Flower Bluff. I expected a little bit more at the end of last year.
So
but that's also because they made a crazy run the year before last. Right? Yeah.
Bernie's fascinating. So Bernie was a team that I think I've been honest about this. Bernie was a team that to start when we did our first pass at our rankings. Bernie was our number 1 team to start the year. We debated it within the office. We ended up putting China Spring at number 1 because even though they lose a lot, and they do think they lose a lot, it's a 2-time defending champ and they've got the quarterback back, and we shouldn't overthink those types of things. Now, Bernie is again punching up to a 4A division or 5A Division 2 team in Flower Bluff, but the offensive line should be pretty good. Offensive and defensive lines, that should be where they're able to hang.
Aren't the Blaze? Is he back?
Jackson Bays. Yeah, he's back.
Yeah, the Bays brothers.
He's back. But they are going to, I think that actually they match up pretty well with Flower Bluff because Flower Bluff is reloading up front and Bernie is almost entirely back up front.
Yep.
So in the early going, I like Bernie in this one. I think Bernie's going to be the team to beat there. But again, they are punching up. I like Bernie to start the year 1-0. I like them to play up a classification and get a win. That's what I'm thinking. That sound good? Okay. Let's do 2 more.
Oh, this one rocks. I didn't realize these 2 teams were playing in week 1. I haven't had a chance to dive into.
You know there's no games tonight, guys, right?
I know, but I'm excited. I didn't realize Franklin and Jasper are playing. That rules. That really rules. You want to talk about
Franklin's another team that starts the year number 1 and could be 0-1 and will probably still keep number 1.
Yeah.
Because they're punching up too because they're playing Jasper.
Yeah.
And Jasper's
fast enough to be able to keep up with Franklin.
Franklin also has the state's longest winning streak right now.
Yes.
32 in a row. 32 in a row? 32 in a row.
Because they've gone 16-0, the past 2 seasons.
I don't know. Because Jasper's the kind of team that I think is going to be able to play
How is Jasper's defensive line? That's what decides the game.
But that's the thing is that Jasper plays bully ball, right? And so Jasper's defensive line should be pretty good. I mean, that's kind of what they hang their hat on. They bring back every one of their starters on defense.
Yeah, because
So-
their secondary is insane.
Mhm.
We watch them at 7-on-7,
Yeah.
and the secondary is crazy.
Jasper's defense is going to be really good. I want to think about it but like my initial gut reaction is, yeah, a 32-game winning streak is going to end.
Mm-hmm.
Where's that game? Do we know?
I don't know.
My initial reaction is that it's going to be like a 32-game winning streak is going to end. But I want to make sure I do my due diligence and do some research before I hop on board that bandwagon. Stay tuned for that. That'll be in the picks video.
I was just going to say, that might be your Spotlight Picks game.
That
That's what that should
will be in the picks video on next
no.
week.
Oh, that game's not until... Okay, that game's not until September 15th. They play... Franklin is a 22-point favorite at Woodville week 1. I didn't realize that. Well...
This is why we don't do game previews when there's no games. Last one. Give me an ender.
Okay. Congrats. You're fighting in WWE. What's your entrance song?
It could
Misbehaving.
Why Can't We Be Friends? Which was what Homer Simpson went to the ring when he fought Dredrick Tatum. Why can't we be friends?
Misbehaving.
Yeah, Misbehaving by from Righteous Gemstones
That's
is
a
the
good
certified banger. Yeah, I'm gonna go with that. Misbehaving.
Circus by Britney Spears is good.
I want something like no. My official reaction, my official answer is the theme from Family Matters. It's a rare condition. Yeah.
You've done a lot of singing on the show.
I have. I'm in a sing-song mood because
Sing-song.
it's Friday.
Friday.
And it's the last time that I have a Friday. So I'm like, let's enjoy it. It's going to do it for us. Thanks for spending a little bit of your day with us. Follow us on Twitter at DCTF. Like us on Facebook, facebook.com/Dave Campbell's. Follow us on Instagram, instagram.com/Dave Campbell's. And, of course, see us at TexasFootball.com. Thanks again to Everman head coach Michael Boone for being our guest. For Ashley Pickle, I'm Greg Tepper. Vince Young, please give me your Player of the Year trophy. We will see you next week for Game Week.
Let's go!
Texas Football Today.